gonna be fun. Pennsylvania 309. When I left the shipper, first it was a 2-lane, then it became a 4-lane, then it merged with I-78, and then I was looking for the exit where it says North 309, and turns out it was the same exit as if you go to 476, I-476, but then instead of going to the toll road, you stay on 309, because that's how they want me to go, like 309 all the way to I-80. And so now I'm going west and then north, and I thought I would record this spot because I'm gonna go through some, you know, interesting hills over here. The truck pulls great. I just hope I don't run out of fuel before Lawrenceville, because that's my goal for today, since I did not see the New York permit yet. So I'm gonna shut down in Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania, the last town on the Pennsylvania side, and just wait for Monday, I guess. And the cool thing about Lawrenceville is that I can drop my trailer, take my gooseneck, and just drive 1 mile, and it already becomes New York, and fuel prices are much lower, you know. Now look at this. I knew that I would go through this, and I'm not sure why, but I got my permit with 6 axles. Because I was not sure how the weight will be distributed, and there's no scales in there, so just to be on the safe side, I said, okay, 3 axles on the truck, the pusher is up, but 3 axles on the trailer, and that makes it sometimes difficult to go through these curves. Well, we should be out of here shortly, but I see the road is pretty wiggly. And the cheapest fuel I've seen here at some very small gas station, where, let's say, if I want to drop the trailer and go fuel, it was $3.47, $3.47. But I know in New York it can easily be $2.95, $3.25, but definitely cheaper. And I like how they put these posts right on the corner. Makes it for some interesting driving. Yeah, the load is still there, still holding up. So we're doing good. Didn't hit any mailboxes, didn't run into any freight brokers. It's starting as a good day so far. Nice road, look at this. Corn on one side, farmers on the other. Those hills, but now I know there's gonna be more in the ahead. So now we kind of, because I can see them, and plus Pennsylvania in general is very hilly. Say in Russian, приплыли. Like, where do we go from here? I see this huge ridge ahead of me, but I don't know. Are we turning left? Oh. Wow, look at this. This is one scary road, you know? No, it's okay, of course. Now it merged with 100. It was a PA 100, and after that the shoulders became like decent, you know. I always breathe a sigh of relief when shoulders are this wide, because even if when I don't have an oversized load, you know, it just usually that means that it's a higher class road. But I'm still kind of like wondering, where do we go from here? You know? We cannot go through there, right? It's all mountains. Ah, okay, yeah, so it's turning. But at some point, you have to go through them. You know, and that's gonna be fun. Like, I can see later on, maybe like 5 miles, 10 miles, it starts going like this. So, yeah, okay. Because I was scared there for a second, like, I don't want to go through any tunnels over here on these 2-lane roads. Look at this. Isn't it a picturesque drive for a Saturday morning, late September? Yeah, like I said, it's gonna take me a while to reach I-80. And in all the years I've been driving, I swear to God, I never drove here. This is cool. I would hate to be here in winter, you know. But now, when it's still warm, no snow, it's okay. The hill now, the sign said trucks reduce gear, steep grade 2.5 miles. But the views were great. I thought of stopping, you know, taking some pics over there with my camera. But there was trees on the left side, and it's hard to find the gap between them. And plus, it's, you know, it's a road, right? I cannot just block the lane. But now would be a great chance to take a nice photo, because the sky, the clouds, and you know, that's what makes a good landscape, when you have nice clouds. Because it's pretty boring when it's just a sky, right? But here you have hills, you have trees. Yeah, it's a pretty steep hill. Good thing I stayed in 6 low. Love the Jake on this Kenworth. The brakes are much better than on the Mac I had before. Plus, this truck has disc brakes. Much better spec. see from here? Hills, hills, and more hills. Somebody else is working on a Saturday. That's cool. This is a village of Snyders. Snyders. Speed limit 35 miles per hour. Bunch of cops, screaming cars with sirens, and then I see this guy in front of me, a cop, and he's leading a cuffed guy in those red pants and bandana, and they picked up something on the road, and he's folding it, some kind of a string or something, I don't know, and he gestured to me to stop. So they're standing in front of in the middle of the road. I cannot go, right? So he's picking up some kind of an evidence over there. Yeah, you see? Alright, what do I have here? Speed limit was 25 miles per hour. Diesel is 354. So which way is 309? 309. All right. See, on the ground, and then over there, over there.
In 200 meters, turn left onto Pennsylvania 309 North Pine Street.
This is quite an adventure. Oh, and I missed the pothole. 309. Cool.
Continue on Pennsylvania 309 north for 10 kilometers.
Gear. Well, I think my next truck will have an automatic, you know, if I can afford it. Still limit is still 25. It's pretty narrow here. because it says McDonald's on top of the hill. And we're still, I see that mountain that I saw from the distance, we're still driving pretty much next to it, like alongside. All right, there you go. There's this big hill. Uh-oh. And it's called Rush Township. Top of the hill because that's your McDonald's over there. Mobile, Dunkin' Donuts, Furniture Connection, and how far is? Oh, so 7 kilometers, 4 miles to 81 north, and I think we merge with 81 over there, and then I take 81 to 80. I hope so. Yeah. No, there's still 309. Shoot. So what do? I don't remember 81 on my permit. I'll have to stop and double check. But that would be much better to go on 81. Because this road, it's all lights, you know, curves. Sitting at the ramp with 81. It's so tempting, you know. 81 goes this way, but I double check, and on the phone, and 309 runs parallel, you know. It's not that far, but it's definitely not my route, because over here I see 309. There's no, you know, there's no 81. So the next junction is 80. Oh boy, nice view. I think it's a town is called Santon. It's right on top of a hill over there. And we're still on 309. But I-80 is getting closer and closer, so I'm not losing hope that eventually I will be on the freeway. Diesel is 359. We have a low bridge in there, 13.7. But I'm about 12 feet top to bottom. Made it. Wow, I am a good driver. I like when the town has lots of churches, you know? Catholic church. And my mom always says, she says, "Oh, that's not our cross. That's not our cross."
In 200 meters, turn left onto West Broad Street.
And she frowns because Russian Orthodox Church has like a cross with two bars, you know. Whereas all these churches,
Turn left onto West Broad Street.
they just have one bar. Well, I think I'm going straight, right? I don't see any signs. That's 93. Yeah, we're going here. Come on, show me 309. No, my GPS is lost.
In 400 meters, turn left onto West Diamond Avenue.
I'm pretty sure it's still 309. Well, I'm 6.5 kilometers south of I-80. 4 miles. 4 miles to civilization. Light number 257. So I don't know, 10 more to go. So I'm almost there. That's 80. You do need to have patience over here. Not like in construction. 850 meters to I-80. I think it's that bridge over there. Overpass. killed it. And the box is still there. Unbelievable. Alright, I think here
Turn left onto the ramp to I-80 West.
we're gonna
then
take it a
turn
bit
left to I-80
wide.
West.
Yeah, you can see the rock is all broken over here. That's the first indication that you gotta go wide. Hooray! That's it. So now I'm just going to the nearest truck stop, because I've been driving since 6:30 non-stop. Well, okay, I'm lying. I did stop for 10 minutes to get coffee. McDonald's. But that doesn't count. Uh-oh, there's a cop behind me. Unmarked black Ford. He's gonna pull over the Swift. No, this guy next to me right now. This guy, yeah. And how do you know it's a cop? Because he has like 20 antennas, you know? By the way, I'm crossing I-81. Of course, that would be the faster way. If you remember, like 10 miles back, I don't know, 20 miles back, there was my GPS wanted me to go on 81 because it was going right parallel to 309, but I gotta follow this, and this said no. No 81, stay at 309 or else. And I'm still, so I drove for 4 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm still 210 kilometers away from the New York line, from Lawrenceville. And when I started in the morning, I think the distance was like 357k. So basically I did 160 kilometers or 100 miles, and it took me 4 hours. Thank you, Pennsylvania DOT. You're the best. Well, I went for a walk near my Exxon station, trying to get closer to the water, but everything is closed over here. So used to be a parking. It's called South Point, kind of like Scenic look. And then they just said, screw this, we don't have money to maintain this. But there's no signs that prohibit pedestrians to enter, just a big that metal piece blocking, you know, cars from entering. And I'm looking here, I see some kind of a big, like, eagle nest there. I don't know if you can see in the distance. On top of that, wait. Yeah, on top of that light post, there's something, some big nest. You know? And I thought I can get there, but no. So all wilderness over here. But check out what I found. If you guys see in the movie, what it's called, 911? No, with Halle Berry. So it's like in the middle of nowhere. There's a lid and there's a latch on the left side. So it's some kind of a cellar that a serial killer would die for. You know? Very remote area. You can drop as many bodies as you want. Nobody will ever find them.